Hi, I'm Jeff Gonzalez, president of Trident Concepts, and today I'd like to talk to you about concealed carry and risk mitigation. So, for those of you that are new to the concealed carry art, as a practitioner, you have to ask yourself, why am I carrying a gun? And then once you ask that question, the next question that you need to ask is, am I willing to take another human's life? Those two questions go hand in hand. And what we have to do is we have to follow the train of thought to its natural conclusion. That you're carrying a gun in the off chance of being involved in a violent encounter where deadly force is required in order to protect your life or the life of your loved ones or whoever you're in charge of. And I make that point very clear simply because a lot of times people stop with that first question. Why am I carrying a gun? Well, I want to do this. Okay, I get that and I understand that, but you need to take it to that second question. Now, what can we do to mitigate the risk of having to employ deadly force? There's a lot of things that you can do. I'm going to talk about 4 that I feel like are kind of low-lying fruit and something that you can do. Number 1 is to increase your situational awareness. Be mindful of what's happening around you. Try to avoid opportunities for you to be distracted. And that comes in a lot of different ways. The next suggestion that I have is for you to have an understanding of the law. Know what the law means in your home state. Because we are a state of unions, or a union of states, you have to be mindful that the law in this state may be different from the law in that state. So the bottom line is know the law. If you have questions about the law, consult some sort of legal expert that can give you some very straight and honest answers. Now, the third thing that you can do to try to mitigate that risk is to avoid violence in general. Avoid those high-risk situations. Try to be mindful about what is happening in your region as well as what is happening at the specific time that you might be trying to go and do something. The last point that I will make, or the last suggestion that I will make, is that you need to have a plan. And the reason why I say this is that having a plan is going to be important in the sense of if you don't have a plan about how you're going to manage some sort of deadly force encounter, then most likely everything's going to evolve to deadly force. If you have a plan, then there's probably going to be some opportunity for you to interject something other than deadly force, meaning that you can possibly verbally engage with this person and de-escalate the situation. You can verbally engage with this person and try to seek an exit or an escape. But if you don't have a plan, if you don't at least start to come up with these types of situations or these scenarios, then what ends up happening is that everything looks like a deadly force encounter. So the old adage of if all you have is a hammer, everything's a nail, this is what we're talking about here. So these are kind of some simple things to help mitigate the risk. And it also carries over into the mindset of the concealed carry practitioner. So if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to post them down below. Be happy to entertain them when I can. Until then, I'm Jeff Gonzalez. Take care and stay safe.